What's good, y'all? It's your girl Tasha Simone in the cut, back with another nail video. I haven't done one of these in so long, but I wanted to do one for you guys, and these are really simple and really cute. So first, I'm starting out with lining out the tips that fit my fingers. Now I'm using stiletto. I use stiletto because I always like a nice coffin shape. So if you use like coffin tips, like they usually end up square because of the polygel. So I always just use stiletto, so then they'll be perfect once I get done. Of course, I'm just lining them up. Now I do use ones from Amazon. I'll try to link them if I can find them, y'all. They so old because I haven't done my nails for real in a long time. I've been kind of doing press ons, so I'll try to find them. But next, you're going to use alcohol, and this is just what you're going to use to prep your nails. You want to make sure that your nails as well as the tips are completely dry and clean. So the next step is just to begin gluing the tips on. This is pretty self-explanatory. You want to make sure that you do like a little thin strip of glue because you don't want to like have it spilling over onto your fingers. And you also want it to dry properly. Like as you can see, I kind of put too much on this one. That's why I'm kind of having to keep holding it down. So you want to make sure you use just enough glue. So the next step is to begin like fouling the surface just to make sure that it's really rough so that the polygel will stick to it well enough and last long. So you're just gonna, I use my drill. You can use a regular file, but this is just quicker to me. I will tell you not to file your actual nail, like just pretty much focus on the nail tip. So the next step is to shape the tip, and pretty self-explanatory again. You just take your file, you're gonna go across the top just to make sure you have a nice sharp edge, and then you're gonna go along the sides. Now it isn't gonna stay this sharp, of course. Once you apply the polygel, it will get a little bit more bulkier, but you just want to have a good base so that way when you do get to shaping the actual like the finished product, it won't be so hard. So next, you're going to prep, and I just do that by putting a base coat on my actual like nail bed. You can't see because unfortunately I was not in the camera enough, but I literally just put this where my nail is. I do not put it on the tip because you don't need it on the tip. It's just for your nail. Okay, so now we're getting started with our polygel. I'm using Model 1s or Modelones. I don't know how to pronounce it, y'all. Either way, that's also the brand of the base coat that I just use as well. I'm just going for like this light pink nudish kind of color. I got me a cup for my alcohol. That's what I use for my slip solution. Me personally, I don't like the regular slip solution because it's just too oily. Like I don't like it, so I just use alcohol. Then I'm using my brush. Now these I got from Amazon. I try to find them, y'all. It's been so long since I've had these, but yeah, I just first start off by getting my brush wet, making sure that it's movable because it was kind of stiff because I hadn't used it in a minute. So just making sure that it's working. But once I am done, I'm going to apply a bead at my nail bed, and you always start off thin. So I always do 2 coats of polygel, and it really helps with curing all the way through, and it helps you not to use like overuse your polygel, because sometimes when you squirt too big of a bead, it can be too much and you end up just throwing away the excess. So I just start off thin. I fill in my cuticle first, and then I just work my way up. So now I'm about to apply the second coat. You can see this is how the first coat looks. You can see it's very thin, y'all. I'm telling y'all, that's the easiest way to go about that. So now I'm just gonna apply another bead at the end. I'm gonna do the same thing over again. Now I will tell y'all that I cure all of my nails under the UV light at the same time. Like I don't do it one by one because it takes extremely too long. So if you have the big, well, not the big lamp, but if you have one that can fit your whole hand underneath it, I recommend just doing it all at once. And that's another thing about doing it one layer at a time, because it won't like drip or run to the side because it's such a thin layer. So it'll just kind of stay in place. So now we're almost finished. We're starting with the shaping. Now this, y'all, if you have a drill, it isn't too hard. The main thing I'll say is you want to start with your cuticles. You want to make sure you don't have any flooding because that's so not cute to me. So I mean, to each his own, but I just prefer not to have any flooding. And then you want to go around the sides, y'all. Again, I know I keep doing it like slightly off camera. It's because my angle and the camera angle is kind of different, but like I said, you're just gonna make sure you start around your cuticles and kind of just go around the sides. So this is the finished look after shaping, y'all. Please ignore my crooked middle finger. I think I glued the tip on 2 sideways, but you know, they're already applied, so we kind of gotta roll with it. Now I'm just going back in with my base coat, y'all. And this is to fill in all of those little cracks, so that way once you start applying the gems, it'll go on smoothly. So now we're starting to get ready to apply the gems. I'm just starting with some clear polygel. It's Model 1s as well. You just put you some on the tip of your nail because that's the only place I'm trying to put the gems. Like, I don't want it over my whole nail. So I'm literally just using like a little spatula to put a little on there, and then I'm smoothing it out with my brush. And this is where the base coat comes into play, because if you did not have the base coat, it would be so hard to move the gel around without it getting in places that you don't want it. So now you're going to start applying the gems. You can do any color, any way you want, y'all. It's really free will. Like, no matter how you put them on there, they'll pretty much give the same effect. So I'm just making sure I'm using different sizes, different colors, and I'm making sure that I'm using enough of the colors in different areas so that it looks cohesive. Once I get enough gems on there, I'm going to go ahead and cure each nail like separately, only because you don't want the gems to like move or slide off. It just makes it easier. So here is the finished product, y'all. It turned out so cute. I am so happy with the results. I hope this video was easy to understand. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to pop that like button, tap that bell, comment, subscribe, share. Follow me on all social media links down below as always. And I'll see y'all in the next video.